Yo, 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 it's the ugly truck driver. How the flock are you? Well, did anybody happen to notice there was supposedly a football game last night up in Rutherford, New Jersey, not New York? I kind of caught 3/4 of it. I slept through the first quarter. Shame on me. Yeah, people have been sitting there screaming at me for days and weeks, and how the Broncos are going to whoop butt, take names, and send it down the road. And just to be a pain in the butt, I kept saying, nope, it's going to be the Seahawks. It's going to be 24-20. Been saying that for weeks. And of course, all my Broncos friends, they're ragging on me big time. I mean, they're just calling me everything but a white man and a son of God. But about the end of the first quarter, I woke up, I kicked on the TV, and I watched probably, is what Donald Trump said this morning, one of the worst Super Bowl games he has ever seen. It was very painful. But I just sat there and kept digging it in and digging it in and digging it in. Zzz, the old fisherman, you know what I mean? And all my friends that are Broncos fans probably absolutely hate me today. But in all seriousness, let's just stop and think about this for a second. With all the hype, with all the media BS, you could turn to any channel and it's all hype, hype, hype about the Super Bowl. Oh, man, And I'm sitting there saying, yeah, you can't tailgate. You can't get your car parked close. The security is crazy. And yet after the game, some guy sits there and jumps up in front of a football player, grabs a mic and says, we need to investigate the 9/11 incident because it's a conspiracy. So much for all that security they spent, the millions and millions of dollars. And let's not forget the 30-second advertisements by everybody and his mother. $4 million for a 30-second commercial. About the only one I really liked was the Budweiser one, to be quite honest with you. It made halfway sense. But I was sitting there and thinking, when it came to the game itself, when they had the kickoff and the Seahawks runner returned the kickoff goal to goal, I sat there and said, right then and there, I said, that's it. Game over. And as I told a couple of my friends on Facebook, in a way, I feel bad for the Broncos, but they never showed up. Their front line, either on offense or defense, wasn't there. And as good as Peyton Manning is, he can't do it all by himself. But I have to ask Peyton, silly question here, why in the name of sweet Jesus are you wearing throwing gloves at that game? It was 40 degrees out. And I know those things had to impede your ability to throw a football. But yeah, the Seahawks came ready to play. They didn't get out there and talk smack too much. They just came and got the job done. Sorry, Broncos fans. And everybody's bitching. It's up in North Jersey or New York, and it's going to be cold outside. Well, God was nice and gave them a break, gave them 40-degree temperatures. But I keep saying, geez, what if it had been something like the Packers, Lambeau Field in Wisconsin, in the middle of a snowstorm? You ever see all those old games back in even black and white TV? Get the shovels out and run them across the field so you can see the yard markers. And there was a couple of rotten calls too, but you had 3 pickoffs. That didn't help. The one return where the runner ran the full length of the field. Hello. Where were the Broncos? I mean, that guy got 3 steps on everybody and boom! boom, he was gone. So anyhow, boils down, bottom line, Seahawks came. They were ready to do business. Broncos, I think, were still sitting on a team bus out in the parking lot. I'm not sure. I'm starting to think Collingswood High School up the street from me here, they should have sent their front line up. They'd probably have done better. I know that's cold, but it's true. But bottom line is, there's not an excuse that Manning can make. There's not an excuse that anybody on the Broncos team, from the front office down to the guy that sits there and walks around with a squirt bottle, squirt the water into people's mouths. Nah, they didn't come to play. So I'd say the Seahawks earned what they got last night. They didn't talk all that kind of smack. They just came and got business done. But Peyton, yeah, I think it's about that time, son. After, the shoulder or neck injuries, I think it's time you sat there and bowed out gracefully. Otherwise, we're going to start calling you another Tony Romo or something down there in Dallas. Did I say that? No. Anyhow, it was a great game. 43-8. Wipe out. Did anybody catch the number of that bus? I know I'm being a bastard. But, yeah, all my friends that are Broncos fans that were breaking my stones, God, the karma bus came and got you. My friend Kim Haberlinger, she's down in Maryland, used to live out in Washington. And she was on Facebook last night going, yay! There's only 3 or 4 of us on the whole damn group of us on Facebook there for the Seahawks. But it was nice to watch all those Broncos fans eat crow. Anyhow, it's like the old saying, everybody gets knocked down once in a while, but usually it's the most inopportune moments. And let's face it, when these guys are making $2 million to $13 million to $15 million a year, they don't get the job done. And here, Joe Sixpack types, $2,000 for a ticket to get in there? You're out of your skull. And of course, we got all the big media types, I got my ticket, I'm going to be in a box, or I'm going to be down here in front row, 50-yard line. You and me were sitting here watching it on the boob tube. But at least, I had my beer, I had my chips. I didn't have to get frisked by the cops. It's like my other video I put up the other day. What if they gave a football game or Olympics game and nobody came? I think that's about where it was last night. Nobody came, but this time it was the team, not the attendees. Have a great day. The ugly truck driver's busting your chops. We'll catch you on the backside another day, another way. As we also said in the trucking industry, keep the greasy side down and the shiny side up. Catch you on the backstroke. Bye-bye.